What if he's? What if penguins
On the
Viewbotting?
internet aren't real. The accounts that you interact with, the
Everybody's
posts
Viewbotting.
that you see, oftentimes aren't even made by a human being on the other side of the keyboard. The cyberspace is dominated by bots. And unless you've just woken up from a coma, this isn't news to you. Everybody knows that now. It's an accepted part of cruising the World Wide Web that the shit
Is these real drinks? Like, is this his brand? Low key, I would want to try it. Goof juice. I would want to try it. Is this his?
you see is artificially inflated. And it's become a huge yapping point, a massive topic, specifically dead internet theory, and diving even deeper into the minutia of bots. Cannonballing into the deep end of the pool, you will find viewbots, a topic that often gets very aggressive and accusatory because it is so prevalent across streams in particular, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Kick. Streamers of all shapes and sizes are often using viewbots to boost their numbers. It's not some big conspiracy, it's not deep state propaganda or anything like that. It is a provable, real thing that
Prove
platforms
it.
just don't seem to be taking any real action on at all. I could right now go live on Twitch openly stating I'm viewbotting it out the wazoo to fucking 20k viewers, and maybe the worst that would happen is I get like a 24-hour suspension from Twitch. They don't care. They made that
They
push like a
don't.
year ago about getting bots off the platform, but that lasted for what, 2 fucking days? And then they took like a catastrophic hit to their overall viewer metrics, and I guess they pumped the brakes because at the end of the day, and this is something people say a lot, and it is true, those huge numbers are good for Twitch as well to advertisers, even if the numbers are fake, even if they know it's botted, phony baloney, fraudulent viewer metrics. It doesn't matter. It makes them more appealing to brands. So it seems like they are very hands off when it comes to doling out big punishment for view bots. It's not exactly a well kept secret, it's pretty out there in the open that tons of streamers view bot. Now, the reason why I'm yapping about it again is because just yesterday, or maybe it was even earlier today, I don't know, time
Is
moves
that
in
an
a weird fucking fashion once you hit your
ASMR?
30s.
Did y'all hear
Everything
me
blends
chewing? I'm
together, your
sorry.
bones fucking creak anytime you walk up or down stairs. Anyway, though, I'll stop bitching and whining about that. I know you're not here to listen to me play a sad song on the world's smallest violin about my deteriorating cartilage. The CEO of Night Media, Reed, came forward with a post out of nowhere saying that it's time to start viewbotting. That's the title of the post, which is a eye-catching title, no doubt. Very seldom will you hear someone in that kind of position just say the quiet part out loud here about success in the streaming space. And make no mistake, Night Media is fucking huge. They are one of the top dogs in the YouTuber
Creator
streamer
agencies.
agency space. They are huge in the industry. They represented Mr. Beast for a while. I don't know if they still do, but they have represented and still actively represent massive creators. So it was certainly interesting to see him with a post like this that makes it seem like he's out there saying, everyone's got a viewbot. We got to open Pandora's box. If you're not pooping, you're farting. If you're not using viewbots, you're at a disadvantage. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Time to get viewbots on the horn. But reading the post, it's a
It low key feel like that though. Like it low key feel like, cause you're kind of training the masses to be like, if this person got 10 plus thousand viewers in their stream, I need to see why, rather than somebody who might be so entertaining with 5 viewers. It's like, let me ask you, who will you watch? Somebody you don't know that has 10k plus viewers, or somebody you run across to again that you don't know with 5 viewers, but they're way more entertaining, but you wouldn't know that because they only got 5 viewers. You see what I'm saying? It's you're training
little bit different, though
the
ultimately his
minds.
tone around viewbots does seem to be
They want to see
somewhat
why that
positive.
party
What does
popping.
it take to cut through all the noise on the internet? If everyone else is botting, why shouldn't you? We used to live in a world where if you made great content, algorithms would find an audience for your videos. Now, creators have to clip farm, pay clippers, and sometimes even viewbot to have a better chance of capturing more attention and breaking through the noise. This is especially true on platforms like Twitch, where viewbotting can surface you on the front page of popular streaming categories. Off rip, this is some turbo doomer ship because it kind of positions it as like your only option if you're just getting started. Oh, there used to be a time where if you made great content, you could get found, but those times are way behind us in the shitter now. It's gone. That's a era long forgotten, like the saber-toothed tiger. Now, if you want to cut through the noise, you gotta clip farm, pay clippers, or Lord help us, even Viewbot. You gotta get down and dirty in the pig pen. It's the only way. When that's not true. You can still
No?
make great content and get found. It does happen. I think the best example of that is Queso. I would be shocked to learn Queso Viewbotted at any point in his life. I don't even
Queso
think the
chat
guy
be
could
moving.
find a Viewbot website or provider. I genuinely don't think he would even know where to begin with something like
Queso
that.
chat be moving.
And he has blown
I'm not gonna
up
lie.
solely because he makes good content. He cut through the noise. And this is something I've always said, luck is a huge part of it. It is. It just is. But what he is right about is that in the current day and age, there is an alternative that doesn't rely as much on RNG, and that is pay to win. You can stand a better chance of standing out in the oversaturation of content creation by paying for viewbots to float your stream to the top of categories, or pay for viewbots on other socials where you're spamming clips from your streams so you could boost up
Or get
numbers on,
suspended.
a wacky moment or something and have it like explode elsewhere because you inflated the numbers through viewbots, so then people could find your stream and maybe organically grow it that way, but you still viewbotted in order to boost a clip that led people to the stream. Like, there are paths that don't rely as much on luck, because if you just have money to start and just start buying views, it does help put you in front of more eyes. It's something that's very common, especially on Twitter. But at the end of the day, I just don't like this mentality that Reed kind of encapsulates here of, well, everyone else is cheating, so I should too. And he's trying to make like a strong argument that everyone else is doing it. Content alone, it could be the most slapping, banging content ever. It's not good enough. It's all about the distribution method now, which is dominated through bots and shit like that. So really, you gotta think about this strategy of using bots. I just don't like how he's positioning bots as a strategy instead of calling it what it really is, which is cheating.
Cheating.
Like, yes, you can gamify the distribution and shit through bots. Everyone fucking knows that. But I just don't think it's something that should be outwardly encouraged. And it's really weird that the CEO of Night Media, one of the biggest agencies in the space,
They don't care,
especially
bro.
for streamers, is
It
having
benefits
this
them.
kind of viewpoint. Like, his title isn't exactly indicative of his thoughts, because he does say, like, this is a problem, this is an exploit, but he speaks about it like, this exploit exists, so you have to use this now. It's like, you really should, like, almost that it's a necessity. And I just don't like that perspective nor that mentality. I just think there's a reason why this topic on viewbots is always so passionate from so many people, because viewbots fucking suck. Nobody likes that. It is just a completely dog shit norm right now. And I don't think it needs to be even more normalized. But it's not some requirement or anything like that. Reed then goes on to make a mention of advertisers and viewbots. Do advertisers have any way of tracking botted engagement, and why isn't Twitch cracking down on this at all? Those are two really good questions. The answer to do advertisers have a way of tracking botted engagement is a big nobody fucking knows. My gut tells me there's no way advertisers would have any clue, because how would they? How would they distinguish between authentic and real viewers through just a number plastered on a stream? It'd be entirely on Twitch to take care of the bots and get that number to be where it's
But they
like
don't
the
want
authentic
that.
viewers and not just like, fraudulent ones. I don't see how they could ever possibly know what's real and what's fake based on just the publicly available information, and I doubt Twitch is behind the scenes saying, okay, so your advertisement was played in front of 1 million concurrent viewers over the course of this campaign. Of that, about 15K were real human beings. We really appreciate your business. Like, I highly doubt that fucking happens, right? Like, it doesn't happen on a streamer basis with sponsors either. So, like, if a streamer is botting his stream up to like 5K, but really he only has like 1,000 real viewers there, and he works with a brand, and he sells to this brand at the 5K concurrent viewers, he's making a lot of extra money versus if he sold at his real 1K. And now the brand gets put in front of what they believe is 5,000 people, but is actually 4,000 bots with only 1,000 real people there. So maybe the campaign only sees them make like 3 fucking sales. Like, man, Perry Poutine Gotcha Game only got 3 clicks through this guy's stream, even though he has 5K concurrent viewers. What's going on here? And then you can maybe speculate and surmise that, okay, he's botting.
Okay, so he's talking about when he started explaining, it made sense. I thought he was saying when you viewbot. So when you viewbot, if somebody has 1,000 viewers and they viewbot 4 or more, which is 5,000, they get paid for those 5,000 viewers that they bought it. If that's the case, I get it. I get it if Twitch not cracking down on it, but then also I understand the other side of it is that Twitch wasn't made to be this popularity contest that it's turned into.
But then you'd
now.
also never really know for sure, because you could also say, like, okay, maybe his community's just not interested in this gotcha game. These brands, I don't think, have any idea, is the point I'm making. I don't see how they would. It's entirely on Twitch to combat the bots, and I don't think there's a way or a tool that these brands have access to that normal people don't, that lets them see real versus fake viewers. And then to read second question about why does Twitch not crack down on it, I think everyone knows, because Twitch also benefits from these hugely inflated numbers. They see a lot of upside to these massive numbers being housed on Twitch. I think that's pretty clear. Probably don't need to dive any deeper on that.
I got Viewbotted.
And it is something that he starts to...
I got Viewbotted. And I legit didn't know the difference. But then I quickly, not even 2 minutes, I started looking at... I got Viewbotted in viewers. I could tell my viewership was Viewbotted. Because I had probably like 4 people watching. And then it just sparked up to like 15 people watching. And I'm like, there's no way. And like no new accounts was commenting. But then I got Viewbotted one time. Probably like 1,000 followers. Somebody Viewbotted me 1,000 followers that I had to delete. Because I want to get to my 1K followers organically. So it's true. You can be Viewbotted and you can Viewbot.
Tackle in his next section here about platforms needing to take action. He goes on to
and I didn't want to
talk about, how prevalent the botting problem is, as well as the reluctance from platforms to act on it, believing that the more views there are, the better things look for advertisers, which many people agree with. And again, that probably is the simple truth of it. If these numbers are huge, the platforms are probably very happy, because then it's more appealing to advertisers. It could end up with more money to the platform itself. I think it really is that simple. Now, it's this section that ties directly into the eye-catching title that he used here for this piece. If everyone else is doing it, should you? I would never explicitly say you should bot your views on Twitch, other than in the title of this article. But the reality is, if you're not view botting and everyone else is, you're at a disadvantage. When you're competing in a category where you're buried if you don't have 500 plus viewers, maybe shifting your strategy to paying clippers and buying bots helps a streamer break through. I wanted to see what it would cost to bot a stream, and for $180 a week on Viewbotter, I can get 1,500 followers, 225 chatters, and 750 concurrent viewers.
Chatters?
Not bad for less than $800 a month, and these companies accept...
Oh my god, I know somebody. He's a regular in my stream and he does music. This kid has 10K plus followers on Twitch. He don't stream. And he was like, how did you get that? And he's like, I worked for it. Bro, come on. Come on now. So it's true. You can really Viewbot. I forgot about him. I forgot about him. He definitely Viewbotted. Or he paid for followers, more so. Because he never went live.
Payments. So, he's saying that he's not actively advocating for Viewbotting your channel, but if you're not, well, you got your own dick in your butt. Like, everyone around you is doing it. Maybe you
Bro needs a different reference. What is Sorry.
Or that there is a huge problem because these platforms don't crack down on viewbots. Now everyone fucking does it, it seems. And it fucking blows. And I imagine he's right that it is a very real consideration for tons of streamers. Like, well, why would I even bother trying to do this legitimately when everyone else is fucking cheating? Everyone else is viewbotting, so why wouldn't I? And it's hard to argue, like, because it's morally correct to, play fair. It would be hard to make someone be like, okay, then I'll do that and go nowhere unless I get fucking crazy lucky. When the alternative is apparently like cheap view bots that give them a better chance. It's something that he's not wrong about in his assessment here. Again, I just find it weird that it feels like he's speaking on it like almost positively, like you're at a huge disadvantage. You really need to think about this strategy that actually isn't all that expensive if you want to compete on an even playing field. Because at the end of the day, I don't think viewbots are something that should be encouraged. I don't think it should be twisted to the point where people consider viewbots like a strategy as opposed to just cheating. Because viewbots are bad for everyone. There's a reason why it's such a passionate topic for so many people. Because it sucks. It sucks for the people that aren't doing it, and it sucks for viewers too. Like, viewbots are just shitty overall, like, genuinely. So, like, it's not something that I'd like to see more people start being like, yeah, let's start really thinking about doing more viewbotting. As if there's not.
Yeah, I get it. It's like 6, 7. All right, I'll leave. I'm sorry. No, I'm saying is I get it. I get it on both sides. I get on both sides. Me personally, I wouldn't viewbot. I don't like that feeling of feeling like I've cheated into this. And I think of it like a video game. How many people? I think the problem is too. People look at the numbers they get and don't realize those are real people. Like, people that follow you are real people. Those followers that follow you are real people. Those viewers that watch you are real people. So if you're viewbotting, if it's for money, I'm not talking about the money side. If you're viewbotting just for the number, and those numbers aren't real, you're not chasing what Twitch was in the beginning, which is community. You're chasing numbers, and I think that's when it starts becoming a strange platform to be on. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't on here when Twitch was first, when this dude was doing Twitch and stuff. I'm sure when it was back then, it was simple, it was calm, it was peaceful, it was, But now it's like it's a money game, and it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. So I get it on both sides. I get on both sides. I just personally would not do that. I want to build genuine community. That's the point of this.